Sup everyone, welcome back to Reddit Roundup. Today we bring you r/today I frigged up, where OP messed up by drinking Pepsi. My wife and I welcomed our twin boys into the world about 6 weeks ago. We're still in that lovely phase of life wherein we don't have a sleep schedule as much as we're microdosing sleep. So yesterday night we're up at 4 a.m. feeding our boys. My wife handled the first twin and I the second. Well, twin 1, or T1, finished his meal first. My wife moved on to the rocking chair, where she gently rocked him back to sleep. Took about 20 minutes with him fighting sleep, but she got him. She gingerly set him down in his bassinet and went back to sleep herself. Meanwhile, twin 2 was wrapping up his meal too. I got him up, burped him, and took him over to the rocking chair to rock him to sleep as well. He was drifting off nicely. To avoid falling asleep myself, I was getting a needed hit of caffeine from a can of Pepsi. I took a medium-sized sip and set the can down. Not 30 seconds later, I too felt the need to burp. No biggie, I'll just let off a silent one, right? No. Between the empty stomach, the fizzy drink, the rocking, the 8-pound baby on top of my belly, I let out the longest, loudest belch I have ever made unintentionally. The sonic belch I released spooked twin 2, which woke him up and got him screaming. The screaming woke up the wife and twin 1. Worse yet, that spooked the cats and they started charging around the house meowing like crazy. Took another 2 hours for everyone to calm down. Whoops. Too long didn't read. One sip of pop turned me into a belching balloon and woke up my entire family. Today I frigged up by accidentally destroying my sister's car door. So at the bright and early time of 2 in the morning, I got a call from my sister telling me to come pull her out because she was drifting in the snow and lost it. So I drove out there in the dark with pretty thick snow on the ground. When I got there, we realized the rope I had on me wasn't going to cut it. We went back to our neighbors to get better rope and then went back to get the car. We were pulling this car backwards. I forgot to pull the door shut, which led to it getting bent real bad, and my sister is now mad at me. We are still currently trying to pull the car out, which is painful to say the least, and my sister is plotting how she's gonna destroy my first car, which is what I did to hers. Too long didn't read. Went to rescue my sister, which accidentally destroyed her car door. Today I frigged up by prepping hot peppers without gloves. To preface, I've been a chef for years. I should have absolutely known better. I was in a hurry to prep brunch specials and de-seed and dice a bunch of jalapenos and poblanos without gloves on. Yes, my hands were washed. I continued to prep and wash my hands several more times, but those were some serious potent peppers. 30 minutes later, I used my fingers to rub/scratch inside my right ear. 2 minutes later, I was desperately rinsing water into my ear in an attempt to stop it from burning deep in the canal. I finally had to have my cook pour cold milk into my ear while I held my head at an awkward angle over the sink in agony. He couldn't stop laughing hysterically the whole time while my servers watched in confusion and barely contained amusement themselves. Yup, not a scrap of dignity remains, but at least the pain stopped. Too long didn't read, prepped jalapenos without gloves, and accidentally burned my ear canal with capsaicin.
Today, I frigged up by not wearing a motorcycle helmet. I was told that I should post this story on Reddit. Almost 20 years ago, when I was 16, my main mode of transportation was my motorcycle. I always wore my helmet. The cold weather and wind did not bother my allergies whenever I wore my helmet. Enter Sydney. She was my little sister's best friend. I had the biggest crush on her that you can imagine. Basically, we were the same age if I can remember. We had a bit of a will they, won't they, I feel kind of relationship. We were getting close and kind of hitting it off, but we never did become a thing. Maybe other relationships kept in the mix. Sydney and I planned to date finally. It was a cold night in the fall, and I forgot to bring my extra helmet. When I picked her up, I gave her mine. There were no helmet laws in the state at the time, so I thought I'd be okay. As soon as the cold, hard Oklahoma wind started hitting my face, my nose started running. Not really drip, drip, drip type of run. No. The hardcore sneeze and have nothing to wipe your face with because both of your hands are controlling a speeding bullet down a highway. I can hear a splatter of snot raining down on the helmet behind me. I try to shake my head to get rid of myself of the mucus, but it only makes the teeny tinks behind me grow louder and more steady. When we finally stop, I try and elegantly as possible can wipe my face on my jeans, but it's clear by the snot-covered lens of her helmet shield that she knew what just happened. I cannot remember how the date ended. I think we played pool and went bowling. But I do remember that she made me wear the helmet home. We never became a thing. Always wear your helmet and keep an extra one handy. Stay safe.
Today I frigged up by grabbing a paper bag to pack my leftover food thinking it was provided by the restaurant. It happened a couple days ago when I was on a weekend trip. In a national park, there were only a few places to eat and one of the restaurants had a long wait time. Like, I had to wait for 30 plus minutes for a burger and fries. Once I placed the order at the kiosk, I realized that there was a backlog for 30 orders based on the order number. I could see the queue moving slowly and got busy playing games on my phone while I waited. By the time my order was ready, I couldn't remember if I ordered to go or for dine-in. The order receipt had no mention if it was to go or to dine in as well. I asked the employee if he could pack the food to go. He did say something, but I couldn't hear him with all the chaos. I didn't want to be rude and ask again, so I just took my food and decided to finish my burger and fries in the burger wrapping paper just to make the best of the situation. Just as I finished my burger and was about to go, I noticed a family putting food in a brown paper bag at the counter where the restaurant keeps the ketchup, paper napkins, spoons, etc. I suddenly felt that the employee at the pickup counter must have said something about doing this myself at the counter like the family was doing. There were a couple of brown bags on the counter while they were packing their own food. I grabbed one from the pile, and the lady looked at me with an expression that didn't look very happy. I thought she must have thought that I was just not waiting my turn. I didn't mind, and I just packed my fries and left the counter. I did feel like something was wrong, but didn't care and just walked out of the restaurant. As I'm crossing the road to get back to the parking lot, I noticed the family was walking out of the restaurant with their food and extra paper bags in the lady's hands. And then, eureka. I suddenly realized what I had done, and that is why, today, I frigged up. Edit. Those paper bags were not provided by the restaurant. The lady had brought it in herself, and I just grabbed one without even realizing. Luckily, there was only one way to get back to the parking lot, so I waited for them to catch up to me. I sincerely apologized to the lady and explained my mistake. The nice lady, I can assume, said it was okay and not to worry. I thanked them and walked back to my car, got inside, and ate my fries, dripping in embarrassment. TLDR, I grabbed a brown paper bag for my leftovers from a family at the counter, thinking it was provided by the restaurant, not realizing I was stealing the paper bag with confidence and without any shame. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions on other subreddits you'd like me to narrate, please leave them in the comment section down below. While you're at it, please like and subscribe to never miss an upload. This has been Today I Frigged Up, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.